Hi guys, and thanks for watching this video. Firstly, this video is going to be all about the new release dates for all our new stuff we're bringing out next year. So I'm going to be talking about the release dates for the new Imperial Elves, all the updated lists which are currently out, and the second edition of the Free Planes rulebook as well. And here we go. There it is, the second edition rulebook of Free Planes. That's what it's going to look like. Underneath is its release date, so it's going to be released on the 18th of the 1st, 2012. On the right is a gremlin. They're going to feature a lot in the second edition rules, and that is why he is there. Basically, when something breaks down, gremlins appear, and that is why it breaks down. So they are the cause of all misfires, rather than it just breaking. Because it's a fantasy game, it's nice to have something like that. Anyway, here we go. This is what it's going to look like inside. If you got the first one, it was all in black and white. Now this one's in colour. I've also added loads more graphics, which I've sort of done out in my spare time. I've added a border, and I've just done like a little funky R symbol thing for the page numbering as well. But it's not all just aesthetic. There is plenty of new rules in there as well for you to get your teeth into. There are bravery checks. There is reinforcing, so in case your unit gets a little bit weak, then you can reinforce it with another unit during a game, which is really good. You can split turn now, so if you've got a column which needs to get round a corner, you can split turn the unit. That also greatly helps. There's loads of new rules in there as well. I think visual awareness is one as well. And like I said before, I'm also updating all the current books too. So we have the Free Planes magic items list. That's got about 40 new magic items. The Alancians, there's nothing really big or small changed in them apart from tweaking them in points really in relation to the elves coming out. There's the mercenaries of many, nothing really new there. Again, a few little tweaks. The orcs have had the biggest makeover really in rules. They're far more an attacking army now. They have orc savagery. They have a few other rules as well, which make them a little bit more deadly in combat because they do lose. And I think generally they've gone down in points as well. So they're a more hardy sort of an attacking army as well. So they're going to be out on the 19th of the 1st, 2012. Last but by no means least, the Imperial Elves. That's their new cover. That's what they're going to look like. On the right is an Imperial Elf Knight, sort of doing his thing. They're going to be out the 20th of the 1st, 2012. So you'll notice that all the books, or series of books, are released one day after each other, just to give you a chance to read through everything. And in case I make a mistake, then suddenly I don't have to look like a tit and say, oh, I'm going to release it, you know, the 22nd or the 23rd. Just gives me a bit more time to play about with. As a race, they are imperialistic, they are supremistic, so they believe that they are the best. They believe that they should rule the world. And they believe this because they were created by a god called Winsel, and Winsel created them as the first ever creatures on this planet, a planet called Many, and everything was perfect. And then the creator created Nutius, a god of chaos, and he brought chaos to the world. And then basically everything started to change. Creatures started to evolve, and over time humans and orcs rose up. And throughout the book, if you read the backstories, you get a sort of sense it is creation versus evolution, or design versus evolution. And the two are battling it out basically. So if the elves had their way, they'd wipe out all life which is not divinely created if they had their way. But unfortunately they're no longer powerful enough to do that, because the evolved life have now got a very good foothold on Many, and they're not going anywhere without a fight anyway. And the elves are sort of dying, as they always are in these kind of games. But if you read the book, you'll find out why they're dying. As a race, they have the best of everything. They have the best infantry, the best cavalry, the best magic, the best generals, the best whatever. They've got it. What can I say? But their big Achilles heel is the fact they do get overwhelmed because they're so expensive. They can hold their own. They win as much as they lose. It just depends how you play with them. But that is their big weakness. Right, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to run through sort of like a little rocky montage of all their different pieces with a bit of funky music as well. So enjoy. Right, that's it, guys. There's the release dates again, in case you missed it the first time. I should say everything's going to be free, so you don't have to pay any money. And the other thing is, if you download the rules, the current rules, you put on a subscriber list, and then when I update it, you're just emailed about it. So it's still worth subscribing, so don't let that put you off. I should say one more thing. I held a poll and I haven't got back to you guys for ages, so I've been a bit rubbish there, so I'm sorry about that. But the winners of that poll was the dwarves, and that's for the next army. I'm going to make another army alongside that, and I have to tell you a little bit more about the poll and this other army, but I don't have time to make it in this video because I like to give you guys a load of art when I do things like this, and I don't have any art, so there you go. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and all the links and everything are underneath as always if you want to go down to my site and have a look around or join the forum or whatever. Alright, take care guys, and thanks for watching, and have a great Christmas.